Welcome to Monday Night Politics Meet the Candidates, presented by the Dallas Examiner. I'm Molly Finch Belt, publisher of the Dallas Examiner. The Dallas Examiner has presented Monday Night Politics for over 12 consecutive years prior to elections. The Dallas Examiner does not endorse candidates. We seek to inform the community so that when they go to the polls, they are informed voters. All candidates who provide their email addresses on their applications when they file for office are invited to participate in Monday Night Politics. Monday Night Politics is not a debate, it's a forum designed to inform the community about the candidates' qualifications, their platform, etc. We could not present Monday Night Politics without our sponsors, who are nonprofit organizations, and they do not endorse either. In addition to Monday Night Politics, our website, www.dallasexaminer.com, has a section for voter education. Here you'll find current information about voting. Visit www.dallasexaminer.com. I would be remiss if I didn't mention two people who have worked with Monday Night Politics Meet the Candidates behind the scenes for over 12 years. The first person is Robin Jimenez, Vice President of Production and Editorial at the Dallas Examiner. The other person is Christy Thomas, Monday Night Politics Advisory Committee. We are happy tonight to have as our moderator Charles O'Neill. Charles is president of the Texas Association of African American Chambers of Commerce, and he was the first editor for the Dallas Examiner when the newspaper was founded by my father in 1986. Thank you for attending the forum tonight.
And welcome back to Monday Night Politics. Tonight we have with us candidates for Dallas County Constable races, in this case, Precinct 1. This might fall under the heading of too much information, but I have some familiarity with the work of constables. In my irresponsible youth, I just get worried about having that little sticker on my door at rent time. And so I know something about what y'all do for a living, but I do want to welcome to the stage Yolanda Freeman, who is the challenger for Precinct 1, and the incumbent Tracy Gully. So thank you we'll have 2 minutes for our opening statements. Again, we'll do alphabetical order, EFG. Ms. Freeman, you go first, 2 minutes.
Good afternoon. I'm Yolanda Freeman, candidate for Dallas County Constables Precinct 1. Precinct 1 has changed. They added 3 new cities: Duncanville, the eastern section of DeSoto, and Glen Heights. It also has Wimmer, Lancaster, Oak Cliff, South Dallas, Pleasant Grove, Sigerville, Combine, and downtown Dallas. I am very big on mental health. This pandemic placed me there to be very big on mental health and conflict resolution, along with bullying. I believe that there should be and can be plenty of services, classes, training for the community with all 3 of those things. With this pandemic, things have changed. We're never going back to the way things were before. Never, that's gone, that's obsolete. So we have to just shift our mind to move to some new things to offer the community as well as ourselves, to move us to the next stage, of where we need to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Scully.
Good evening. I definitely wanted to thank you, Ms. Belts, for having us tonight at Dallas Examiner, and you too for moderating. And thank you all for sharing this time with us. My name is Tracy Gully. I am your constable for Dallas County Precinct 1. I have been with the constable's office for over 25 years. Experience, integrity, and loyalty is what I stand for. I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. I'm born and raised in Dallas. raised in Pleasant Grove, attended the University of North Texas. I have my master's peace officer's license, along with I am the firearm instructor for Precinct 1 as well, and I also have my license as an instructor T-code certification. So I not only do I preach this, but I teach this too. So I am this experienced person for this job. Now, I will tell you this. We offer so many things at Precinct 1. Since I've been there, not only as the constable, but I've been doing this, I've hit the ground running when I was a deputy. So this is nothing new since I became the constable in the last 7 years. And I thank God that I have served you as the last 7 years as the constable. I finished the unexpired term of the late Cleo Steele, and then I did my 4 years for myself, and now I am up for re-election. I am #1 on that ballot. So go to the end and be my friend and look for Tracy Gully. And I will tell you one thing about this. I do have the largest precinct in Dallas County, and I will tell you later on down, I will tell you some of the counties and areas that I do cover. But I have to say this, if I have, and I heard Eddie Bernice Johnson say this, and I will say this for myself. If I have made this job look too easy, I'm sorry. Because it's not. It took a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and it paid a lot to have a praying mom on your side, and I've done that. So I kept both heels to the ground, and I stayed prayed up, and I've worked myself, and I've done a pretty good job, if I say so myself.
For the first question,
Yes, sir.
everybody's experience is not like mine, and everybody's not in the threat of being evicted. So tell us about what the constable does.
Well, actually, and I will tell you this because a lot of people still don't know what a constable does. A constable is a licensed peace officer. And a lot of times people will say, oh, it's just a constable. We can fly by them. They're nothing. Oh, you best believe. We are licensed peace officers as well. We take the same peace officer, same examination as the regular police officer or the sheriff department does. We serve court order papers from the Justice of the Peace in the district court. We do a lot of the civil side of the law, so that's where experience comes in mind. You have to have experience in order to do this job. I didn't wake up one day and just say, hey, give me those 4 stars and let me serve as the constable. It comes with experience. Now, constables, we serve citations, we serve court orders, we serve small claims, whether we're working with CPS, rid of attachments, evictions as well, unfortunately, we do that as well. We even have property sales with the constable's office. So those are some of the things that we do with the constable's office.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Freeman, you heard a description about that, the duties that we've come to be familiar with the constable's office, but you named some other things that were important to you, mental health and other things. So how would your being elected to Precinct 2 change the way that office functions or improve it?
First, with extending out the training. Yes, there has been training before, but to extend it, we're not where we used to be. People are not where they used to be. So we have to be able to move forward and extend out and meet people where they are. Because with mental health, the constable office does mental health warrants. And I know for a fact that since the pandemic has been here, I'm quite sure all 5 of them have had a lot of mental health warrants. And with the mental health warrants, you have to come up with different type of ideas so you can bring those mental health warrants down, but build the people up. And the only way you're gonna be able to do that is you gotta come up with creative ideas for the people. Also, when mental health has a dip, it's almost impossible for anybody to use any type of conflict resolution because they work hand in hand. It's just no way you're gonna be able to do that.
So how can someone who is in the constable's office, how can they use that role to inform the public about programs that are necessary, programs that are available? How would you do community outreach?
Community outreach, I would create. I've already started creating some things that has helped myself. I know if it has helped me, it'll definitely help anybody else. I mean, because it's just simple processes to use for us with character, honor, accountability, intention, and respect. I had to learn how to redevelop my character since this pandemic because of different situations that I had encountered. I had to learn to honor God first and also honor myself. A lot of times we don't honor ourselves. We're so busy doing so much for other people, but we have to do things for ourselves as well. But we also have to honor other people. I had to accept accountability to where I was in my life. What are you gonna do? You gonna stay there? I know my mother wouldn't want me to stay there because that's just not what she was all about. Intention, just have good intentions. Do what you say you're gonna do. Whatever it is that you say you're gonna do it, follow through with it. And with the respect, respect yourself and as well as respecting others.
Thank you so much. Constable Gully, talk to us about how, again, using the role to better acquaint the community with just that function.
Okay, well, I will tell you, I only have 2 minutes, but I'll tell you some of the things that we have implemented with the constable's office. We have what we call one-on-one with Precinct 1, and this is where we've had Monday night court, where we have left the courthouse open until 8 p.m. And this was solely because of some of the people that couldn't have their night when they have their 8 to 5 jobs, that they couldn't come in to attend court. So we implemented this program with Judge Jones, Judge Nash, and myself, where the court would stay open. And it's pretty much like a Q&A. They would be able to come in and answer questions or ask questions. What does a constable do? Or what do I do if I'm evicted? Or where do I go if I have divorce papers that need to be served? Or just simple questions that you can't actually ask while you're in the courtroom. So that's one program that we've implemented, or that I have implemented since I've become the constable. We have another one where we also go on Heaven 90, well, actually it was Heaven 97, and now we're going to the radio stations, where we actually communicate with the community, where you ask questions once again. What does a constable do? So we reach out through the public. Also, we have IMA, where we go out to the ministers, because a lot of you, we pray, and our ministers are the ones that we reach out to. So we've teamed up with all of the ministers in pretty much Precinct 1 area, and we speak to them and we inform them of what's going on, what the constables do, and we educate our pastors so that they can educate their congregation. So that's what we do also at Precinct 1. We also have a program where we reach out to our senior citizens. Each month we pick and choose each senior citizen that we go out to, and we talk to them about wills. There's a lot of times that we get to the point to where you need a will, and a lot of people don't think about that that's needed. So we reach out to our senior citizens. We also go out to the schools. Before the pandemic, we're going, and I believe educating our younger generation is the most important thing. So we're reaching out to the schools. So we go out and we educate them all as well.
Very good. Now, this is the easy part.
Okay.
2 minutes for our closing statement.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I will tell you this. I've heard other candidates say that they are endorsed by so many. My list goes on, and I thank God for that. Evidently, I'm doing something good in Dallas County. Not only am I out in the community, but I've been endorsed by Commissioner John Wiley Price. I've been endorsed by John Cruzo, the district attorney's office. I've been endorsed by Stonewall Democrats. I've been endorsed by Tejano Democrats. All of this to say, and there are so many, the list goes on, and I hope I don't offend anyone that I didn't go down my list and name everyone. But those endorsements, and I'm proud to say that I have them, and I stand tall on them, but they're not gonna get me in this office. They're not gonna keep me in this office. My work that I have done in this community speaks for itself. When you say be out in the community, and a lot of people don't know, just because I have 25 years or you have 25 years or 20 years plus in law enforcement, that doesn't mean that you can be the constable. You have to have experience to be that constable. I am your most qualified person for this position, your most experienced person for this position. And I will tell you this. Integrity, it means a lot. Accountability, it means a lot. It goes a long way. but you definitely, and I preach on this and I preach on this, you have to have experience for this job. Like I said again, I didn't get these 4 stars on my collar just for being there or being out in the community. I speak and I teach and I work hard and I stand tall for what I believe in. I am your constable for Dallas County Precinct 1, and I would appreciate your support, your continuous support to keep me in that office, and I thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Freeman, 2-minute closing statement.
Experience. I have experience too. I worked as a deputy for Dallas County Constable's Precinct 1 under Constable Gully for 13 years. Do I have all the experience for is like on the running a budget and no, I don't have that, but I can learn and I'm willing to learn. But I do have a lot of experience. I've taken the time over these last 2 years since this pandemic to educate myself when it comes down to mental health, anxiety, when it comes down to leadership. I have taken the time to actually do that and learn that. Accountability. Anytime something comes my way, whether right or wrong, I accept it and I deal with it and just so I can move on. Commitment. I'm always committed to anything that it is that I do, both professionally and personally. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do exactly what it is I say I'm gonna do. Whether I want to or not, I'm gonna do what it is that I say I'm gonna do. So, early voting ends on Friday. It starts back up tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Primary date is March the 1st. Come meet me there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We have our candidates for Constable Precinct 1, M. Yolanda Freeman, the challenger, and incumbent, Ms. Tracy Gully. Thank you so much. I appreciate your being here tonight. Next up, Dallas County Constable Precinct 2.